Hey guys, welcome back to the Daily Lessons podcast. Today is going to be episode number 21, and I'm going to be talking about how I got the podcast to the top 1% in the world. Okay. Now, even if you're not into podcasting and even if you don't want to start your own podcast, I promise you that today's episode has a really great lesson baked into it, and I'm just going to get into it. Okay. So, first of all, I want to pat myself on the back and congratulate myself on getting to episode number 21 and actually making the top 1% of all podcasts in the world, right? All of that happened today at the release of this video, and I was literally waiting from the very beginning of the time that I started this podcast to make this episode, okay? And let me explain to you why and how I got to top 1%, okay? So there are approximately 2 million podcasts in the world, okay? About 90% of those podcasts just completely quit after episode 3. So they put out 3 episodes. It doesn't matter what length it is. It varies over genres as well. But they don't post after 3 episodes. That's 1.8 million people that actually just quit. So now we're talking about 200,000 podcasts that we have to compete with. So 90% of that 200,000, approximately 180,000 people, they quit after 20 episodes as well. Okay, so they produce 20 episodes and then they call it quits because they either don't get the views, they're not liking the editing process, just a multitude of factors, maybe even life happens. That's 180,000 gone, and now we're only dealing with 20,000 different podcasts. And that's the top 1% of the 2 million podcasts that were actually started, and they just quit before 20 episodes. Majority of the people actually quit after episode number 3. And then a few more people quit after 20 episodes. And we're already on 21 episodes. So that means that I am distinctively in the top 1% of podcasts all around the world. Okay, which I got to give myself a pat on the back. I mean, if there's 2 million podcasts that I'm competing with, and I'm one of the 20,000 people that is actually 20,000 podcasts that are actually left, that's something to be happy about, right? Now, here's the reason why I'm making this video, and here's the reason why I think that it is going to impact you directly as well. Through anything in life, you need to be resilient and you need to be consistent. If you have these two things, I promise you 99% of the competition that you have in any given field is eventually just going to fall off. But you need to keep on going if you want to be atop of that 1%. So really, you're not competing with 99% of people. You're just competing with the top 1% of people. If you're going to the gym, then it's only a matter of time. Like, for example, New Year's resolution. New Year's literally just came around about 2 months ago. How many people do you think actually quit already? Think about it, right? Literally January 1st, it's when people start going to the gym the most. You know what comes 2 weeks right after that? 2 weeks right after that is National Pizza Day. Literally the second Friday after the New Year's is National Pizza Day. You know why? And people go out and celebrate it. People go out and buy their pizza and they cheat on their diets, okay? You know why that is? Because most people quit after 2 weeks doing anything, whether it be fitness, whether it be learning a new language, whether it be learning how to code, whether it be starting their podcast. They're like, yeah, whatever. I don't want to put in this hard work. I'm done with it. And guess what? So that's 90% of the population that's gone from the gym. You know when the other 10% is probably going to fall off? At Valentine's Day. You know why? Because their whole reason for getting into shape was to find a special somebody to go on a date with, or just to enhance their love life. And now look, they got a date for Valentine's Day, so now they're complacent about it. And then you'll see the gyms being empty in like the middle of February. You're not competing with 99% of people. You're just competing with the top 1% if you're still going to the gym. That bodybuilder that you see, he's the top 1% in, body fat percentage, I guess. Yeah, like in muscle mass as well. You're just competing with him now. You're not competing with the couch potatoes like me that are just sitting on their ass all day. You need to be resilient. You need to be consistent, and you will become one of the top 1% in the world. It doesn't matter what you're pursuing. Success is eventually going to come to you, but you just have to wait through it as well, and you have to keep on showing up every single day. That's how I got this podcast to 21 episodes. I just kept on posting an episode every single day. You don't think that it was hard for me at times to find time? Some days I literally recorded the episode at about 1 a.m. And then I scheduled it, I edited it, and then I scheduled to post it the very next day. But I had a rigid schedule. I knew that I had to keep on doing this. And now look, I'm at episode number 21, and I hope you guys are enjoying the content as well. And I'm growing the channel, and that's all that I can ask for. You can always control the output of work that you have. You might not be able to control the results all the time, but you can control on deciding and just showing up every single day. Okay? You got to embrace the process. It doesn't matter if you're starting a new business, you're learning a new skill, you're chasing a dream, consistency, persistence, resilience, whatever you want to call it, it's going to be your greatest ally. Okay? People are going to fall off. Your friends might fall off. You have to keep on going. And I promise you, if you keep on going to the gym, you're going to be jacked. If you keep on learning a new language, you're going to learn that new language. You want to learn Spanish? Go learn Spanish. If you keep that streak alive, then you're eventually going to have the success that people dream about. And when people ask you how you obtained it, you have an answer. It was consistency. It's that simple. That's how you get into the top 1% in anything. That's how I got this podcast on the top 1%. I might be getting shit views, but it doesn't matter because now I've already defeated 99% of the population. I've defeated 99% of the podcasts that are out there. Now I'm just competing with the 1%, and that's my competition. And guess what? I'm going to keep on going, and so should you. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for your support as well, for everybody watching, for everybody that has subscribed to the channel, for everybody that has been liking my videos as well. I truly do appreciate it, and it also helps me just keep on going as well, because once I see the results of something happening, I love it, and it pushes me even more. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. This was the Daily Lessons Podcast. This is your host, Yusha, and as always, take care, guys. I'm signing out. Bye.